there's a huge, that's the most legendary Stolovaya. Yes. Let's go check it out close. All right, here's the third section. And guys, let's go check out the most legendary Stolovaya out of them all. Stolovaya numbers 57, I remember. Can you imagine a huge line? It's like St. Petersburg's Pishki from the 1950s on Большая Конюшенная Street. People are ready to wait for a long time. I will ask if I can go and film inside without waiting in line. I actually ate the regular Stolovaya just a second ago. And yes, there is also a toilet here. Really nice. And of course, just like in the modern shopping malls, it's on the third floor, far away from everything. Okay, guys, we are now in front of legendary Stolovaya 57. You guys love me eating the most cheapest food in Russia. Well, this is not the cheapest, but it's the most legendary. It is capitalism nowadays, after all. Wonder if they have some beer. You can actually order through here as well. Wow, we could get something to drink here right away. Typical Russian pirozhki, and they notice they have written it in Russian old letters, you know, the type machine. And they have alcohol. I think we'll have an alcohol, or actually we will have the Russian tarhun. It's gonna be this one here. It costs 80 cents. Estragon in English. Then there's different other Soviet tastes which I'm taste tested on my channel. Duchess, of course, Barbaris. You can have some typical Russian sandwich, salmon sandwich, but super way overpriced though. It's also written in English. Check it out. Stolichная, the vodka, 50 milliliters, €2. Russian sparkling wine, whiskey. This is something they did not offer in Stolovayas back then, but they have adjusted to current times. Soviet tastes everywhere. This is сметанная пирог, торт Валерия, пирожное Mokko, красный бархат. Wow. Don't know if there are any places to sit. We'll be fasting. Здравствуйте, тархун за 80 рублей, можно? А сколько пива стоит? Жигули?
Жигули 200 рублей.
Налейте, и да, и Жигули.
Светлое, темное.
А?
Светлое, темное.
Светлое.
А еще раз, дешес вам налить?
Только пиво все-таки.
Только пиво.
Спасибо. Soviet classic. Right, guys, we are gonna be enjoying. We are gonna be enjoying Soviet, the most epic Stolovaya together, and it's gonna be me, you, and a Russian beer, Zhiguli. I think it's Soviet as well. So drinking beer in a most epic Stolovaya. 57. Stolovaya 57. Cheers, bros, guys and girls, and everybody. Definitely good taste. It's cold. By the way, these seats are super heavy, like real proper Soviet made. I'm gonna whip out my Soviet phone, check out the Novosti, Russian news, Novosti. Oh my God. Gonna have a walk inside that Stolovaya. There's like Russian Soviet propaganda with a you know. But you know, many people go to Stolovaya, as you know. Hold up. Many people go to Stolovaya because it's not because, you know, well, shit. Because the food is cheap, the food is all right. And I watched a documentary about Stolovayas on YouTube. Somebody does like a Soviet channels that's made a thing about different things, aspects of Soviet life. And they told me, and told on the video that the idea of Stolovayas was based on the same thing as most of the Soviet things, based on the efficiency. So different people working in different levels, you know, let's say somebody who needs a lot of energy, or somebody who's has to do like, I don't know, cashier work. They had different portions. So when people went to eat to Stolovaya, depending on your class, you were getting something, well, a decent amount of protein, etc. So and the food was all right, I think. And nowadays it's good. It depends on the place, but very often they are run by like people from Caucasus, like immigrants. Very often. And that is people from like Armenia, Georgia, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, etc. But very often they are all good tasty, very nice. I The thing that I wanted is my favorite Soviet drink, tarhun, the green one. It's truly the taste of my childhood. But since it's very sugary, so if I'm drinking beer, very exhausted on walking, like, well, it's the time is 5:40 and I have 17,000 steps, so I want to drink beer. And everything is like, it's not too expensive. By the way, I was amazed how much it was like 3 times more expensive. Let's say pirozhok, like the bread with some kapusta, with meat or something else, very basic. It might cost you, like, if it's a small one, maybe, I don't know, 60, 70 rubles. Here it's like, I think it was like 200 or something. So it's like 2-3 times more expensive. Beer was only a little bit more expensive than in Stolovaya generally. So this would be like maybe 100 something and it was 200. So, you know, considering that this is Moscow and this is GUM and this is the Stolovaya 57. So I think it's a pretty good price. Especially all the tourists come here, all the tourists, Russian tourists, other tourists, Chinese, you know. All right. I want to read something about Stolovaya. I'm trying to find it here. There it is. So yeah, Stolovaya is Russian for canteen and common term used for affordable state-run diners before the collapse of USSR. At these establishments, the Muscovites would gather for a filling meal, complete with lemon tea and guarantee of great value for money. And this is like a New York Times article. Today's Stolovaya 57, which we are sitting right now, with its drab 1950s interior and the unimpressed lady counting up the plates of food on each person's tray with a wooden abacus before barking their total at them, is one of the growing number of restaurants catering to a Russian nostalgia for the good old days that have sprung around Moscow. All right. All right, cheers guys, and let's have a tour of Stolovaya 57 next. All right, let's check out the interior. Let's check out the interior of 1970s Stolovaya of GUM. Vegetables and fruits, the best products. And there's a rhyme. Овощи, фрукты, лучшие продукты. Here it says, аппетитно, хорошо, вкусно, аппетитно, вовремя поесть досыта. So, you have to eat in time, and it will be good in taste. That says Casa number 3. So this was Stolovaya 57, probably the most epic Stolovaya we've ever had. Of course I didn't eat there because Stolovaya is for me, that's a normal thing. Here's another thing, Pavilion Kartoffel, potato buffet. Oh man.